YouTube back yet again. Here we go. This one has me really excited. And on a side note, can I just say thank you for all the nice emails that I've been seeing? It's been really cool. You guys are touching me, man. I appreciate that. It's really cool. So thank you very much. A lot of really kind words. That's awesome. Okay, guys, this one. This one's gonna be great. Okay, you guys are asking me to react to BABYMETAL. So I actually know about BABYMETAL, and I think, honestly, guys, I think BABYMETAL's just sick. If you guys don't know, I actually love Japanese culture. I like to absorb any of it I can at any time. So when BABYMETAL came out, I thought it was really neat the kind of like press they were getting, because they were super polarizing, right? Super polarizing in the metal community. You either liked them or you didn't. But let's talk about all the really rad things BABYMETAL were doing, which was they put the three girls as the main artists of the band right in the front, right? And they do all the performances with this sick band behind them. Now, aesthetically, what they were achieving with some of the other songs that I had seen that were so fantastic is, hear me out, because this is going to sound weird, but hear me out. It was the same principle as the producers that advised Weird Al.
This means something.
Nobody wanted to work with Weird Al. They thought he was an idiot. The one producer that said he would said that the joke needs to be the lyrics and the performance. The joke cannot be the musicianship behind you. And so they found some of the best musicians at the time they could to be backup guys. This is very similar, I feel, to what's going on with BABYMETAL. I think what BABYMETAL is doing is they are very much giving themselves wicked musicians in behind the scenes. So this one that has been asked, I have not heard this one before, so that's cool for me. So as always, got my headphones right here, got the purple bunny right there, we've got BABYMETAL over here, and you guys over there. I love you guys. Let's have some fun and get right into this. Let's do some BABYMETAL. Here we go. This is HEADBANGER. Live version, by the way. Oh, do you guys hear that? That. Oh, rewind that. You hear that going on underneath? That's so sick. Good scream. Wait, what? Is that like a bow and arrow? I'm in the band. Okay, so the little I know about BABYMETAL is they created an entire thing with the fox god, which is why they do this symbol, which is different than this symbol if you've seen metalheads do this one. They created something about a fox god, and this is them worshiping the fox god, and all their music is something to do with honoring the fox god. But I never understood why the musicians behind them were draped in what looks like almost insane asylum clothing kind of motifs. So if anybody knows, please leave a comment below. I'm very curious about this. And do you guys know, like, this is traditional J-pop from back in the day. When I was in Japan, it was the year 2001. It was huge. It was called J-pop. It was the Japanese cultural pop music stuff that was being done. And these guys have melded that with J-pop, which is what we get with the three younger girls in flashy clothes doing the yeah kind of sound of stuff and doing like the stage motions and movements. But that metal music coming behind, here we go. The one girl. Wow. I mean, they're a huge Japanese band, and they're at the Budokan playing pretty much the height of their local demographic in their home-based country. What's the word I'm looking for? Like their hometown, but it's not hometown because it's their home country, but their hometown, home country advantage, and you're literally playing at the Budokan? Yeah. Bravo, guys. I love the dances. That kick drum sound. Hear how that cymbal goes for a while? Ah, ah, ah. I'm a sucker for that. Good crowd participation. Brilliant. Wow, sick. Okay, I get the point and I have to talk about this. One of the cool musical composition standpoints of this is you'll notice the band behind her is doing something like wah, 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 something like this in the simplistical feel, because anytime you want a crowd participation like that, you don't want it to be so over complex tonally wise that the crowd is forced to only have a narrow harmonic register to kind of answer you back in, or you can get these weird out of tones, out of keys stuff, and it's just ugly. So what they'll do is they'll dial it back and make it simplistic in terms of the composition wise, so the crowd has a chance to come back, and then the vocalists or the performers out front of the band could go like blah 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 blah. The crowd can be like yada blah yada blah 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 yada blah yada blah, and you're just laying it down with these sick wah wah wah. You can see it's choreographed, same hand action, same hand action. Same thing. Oh. Oh, what a mistake there. Wow, bravo. So they palm mute it on the guitar, right? And they do 16th notes. If you guys want to know what a 16th note is, think of it like fraction. If a note is a singular beat, right? They keep dividing the fraction in two, or in half, rather. So like one becomes, from here becomes what's half of one, which we call a quarter. So I should have said that more clearly, but we get half of a quarter, which becomes an eighth, and half of an eighth, which becomes a 16th. So if I have like a metronome clapping, and I go da, 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 that's me just counting to 4. But if I want to count in eighth notes, I just say the word and in between every number. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but then 16ths come in. And one of the vocalization we use in Western nomenclature, or we use in Western nomenclature to say it, is 1E and a. So we'll go 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and that's how we count 16th notes. And then we'll have with any kind of a metronome, with the metronome's counting tick, 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 tick. You have to say a 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and or 1E and a with every single tick sound. That's why it's a little crazy at a faster tempo. It's like something like this would be 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1E and a 2 or God, I'm having fun with this one, guys. Thanks for recommending this. That's a good hook, man. Any way you slice it, that's a great hook. It's important to note that composition-wise, this is relatively simplistic. It's written into a feel of sixteenths, all these like cool like pulsations of that and rhythmic feels of that, syncopation, whatever terms we want to call it. And that's probably to drive home the point of the melody and make sure that the crowd is easily accessible for following you along. And it does drive to a huge marketability standpoint. I wish I could hear more bass. It might be my setup, to be honest, but I'd like to hear more what the bass player is doing to jam along with these guys.
That hand thing is cool, aren't they?
Well done. Well done. Well done. So we got BABYMETAL. Let's talk about BABYMETAL. When they came out, they were extremely polarizing to a lot of the metal community. A lot of us in the community were all thinking things like, well, this is just degrading what we're doing, or it's downplaying to what we're doing. And it was really neat to see the artists that came forward in support of BABYMETAL, and the ones that didn't come forward in support of BABYMETAL was neat. I think, like, subjectively speaking, those that were against it perhaps were worried that it would be a fad. And a lot of the heavy metal community is about that solidarity and that rebellious nature, because that's where it basically founded in a way. And a lot of them were probably just worried about the fads introducing themselves to our world, our subculture, our lifestyles, all of that, and really kind of poisoning the well, so to speak. I can see that from that standpoint for sure. I can see that worried. BABYMETAL is just, it's so well done. It's so well done that I can't. I'm a sucker for it. You have your Japanese culture that I absolutely adore. The metal music behind it is nothing like lame, so you're kind of just interested into it anyway. And then the flawless execution of it live just makes you a fan. At least in my respect, it's just everything about it. Any way you slice it, I'm sold. I'm sold on it. Now, I love all the synchronized dances. They were sick. That was cool. It added that cool cultural feel of the J-pop, like I mentioned. The guitar solo was neat, but I don't like the guitar tone. I'll be honest. I don't like the guitar tone he used for his lead. I thought there could have been a more glossier feel to it. But I like the way the stage presence of even the back musicians that are supporting the three main artists, they're still interacting with the crowd. They're very much not just sitting there like, this is my paycheck. Like, they're actually part of the entourage, so to speak, in the performance, and that adds to it, really adds to it. If anybody knows why the supporting musicians dress the way they do in what looks to me like asylum-based stuff, please let me know in the comments. I'd be curious, or fire me an email, reactions@thetemple.ca. I'd love to hear why you think that's the thing. But you get my point. Like, it's such a cool feel, and culturally I'm so invested into this group that it's really, really neat. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like, comment, subscribe, fire me an email. Let's start chatting. It's a lot of fun getting to know all of you guys. And as we always say, this is the Temple Music Academy. Watch it go.